To make sense of what Web3 is, it's necessary to understand the number 3, as in why Web3 specifically. This has to do with how we talk about the evolution of the web. The original World Wide Web, created in the early 1990s, was effectively Web 1.0, the first version. On Web 1.0, most content was static, most people were consumers of existing content, and there was very little communication between people and the websites they used. We consider the Web 1.0 era to be roughly between 1991 and 2004. Web 2.0, the social web, came about thanks to the emergence of tools and platforms making it easy for people to create and publish their own content on the web and to have ongoing interactions with other people through the web. The web went from being an information resource to being a communication platform. This revolution started with message boards and blogs and quickly evolved to the social media platforms we have today. We're still very much in the Web 2.0 era. Based on this, the next evolution of the web would logically be Web 3.0. The question is what that evolution would be. World Wide Web inventor Tim Berners-Lee suggested the next evolution of the web be the semantic web, where all data is machine-readable and can be parsed by machine learning algorithms and AI through unified APIs. Others have suggested it would be the spatial web, where we move from interacting with the web on rectangular screens to having the web embedded in the environment around us. Smart speakers and other IoT devices are the beginning of this spatial web. Yet others have suggested it would be the metaverse, a vaguely defined alternate reality built in cyberspace where we are represented by avatars and interact with one another through VR or AR goggles. Now, underlying all of these ideas lies a more technical premise of the decentralized web, where data is distributed among users and available everywhere. This stands in sharp contrast to where we are today, as most services and data are centralized under large platforms and companies. All of these ideas combine to paint a picture of a possible future Web 3.0. But then there's this other thing called Web 3, no spaces, no .o. This idea, Web 3, was introduced by Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood in 2014 and describes a decentralized and tokenized web ecosystem based on blockchain technology. Everything is decentralized and we manage all data on blockchains. This moniker, Web 3, no spaces, no .o, quickly gained popularity and became an umbrella term encompassing all blockchain-based technologies, including decentralization, cryptocurrencies, decentralized finance, non-fungible tokens or NFTs, decentralized autonomous organizations or DAOs, and a vision of the future where power and data is taken from centralized corporations and banks and handed to the individual user. So, as we step into this conversation, keep these two things in mind. Number one, when people talk about Web 3, they are probably talking about decentralization, cryptocurrencies, and the blockchain, but there's also a small chance they're talking about all the other Web 3.0 stuff, so semantics, spatial, decentralized web, and the metaverse. So it's worth asking. And number two, Web 3 is an umbrella term describing one possible future for the web promoted by people heavily invested in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technologies. We're not there yet, and this is not the only possible future for the web.